They were trying to run the ball, kick the ball good, and hope we'd do it. Now here's Chuck Lynch. Great punt right when we need it too. Look at him, really back them up. They fumble the ball, they come back and get it. We got great coverage. Roderick Adams down there, Chuck O'Brien down there. Super effort coming. Ashley Shepard.
The end of the first half.
I think in talking to him yesterday, remember he said he would not forsake good field position opportunities, that he would go ahead and punt in these situations. Let's see what he does.
That's exactly what he's
going to do.
Chuck Lynch will try to pooch one inside the 20-yard line. Clay will let it bounce. It's going to be down. It's a beautiful punt. The game of field position wins. 36-yard beauty by Chuck Lynch. Georgia Tech will have to come out from its own 2-yard line when we return. Chuck Lynch back to punt again. Georgia Tech's defense. Howard in on Lynch, and he got it off under pressure, and Clay with a fair catch at the 33-yard line. This physical effort that Georgia Tech is turning in here in Death Valley.
They're doing a great job.
I want to tell you something. They're going to be able to block a punt a little bit later in this game, too. Clay at the 30-yard line. Clay upended at the 35-yard line. Yard run, and then the quarterback Jones taking it in. Now, Lynch has been under pressure. There's 10 men on the line. Let's see if they come after him. He gets it off, and Clay will fair catch it. At the 36-yard line, Georgia Tech.
It's smart football, but every once in a while you got to change up your pattern and give the responsibility to your 300-pound offensive line to bang you out for 1 yard. But I think this is smart football.
Lynch will try to drop another one inside the 10. Clay makes the fair catch, and he's hit. There's a penalty. A mistake by the young man.
They're hunkering down between the hedges tonight in Athens, Georgia. Number 6, Clemson, comes calling against the Georgia Bulldogs. This is a rivalry that started, well, back just before the turn of the century. And the
factors that got a shot.
Well, here's the young man I was just talking about. Is Lynch will punt it away. Carswell to receive a very high, good coverage kick from the 18. Carswell crosses the 25, and the Georgia Bulldogs, following a 50-yard punt, get a 9-yard return. Let's take a break. Georgia 3, Clemson nothing.
The team had nothing to do with that. It just probably happened.
Lynch to punt. His first one tonight was 50 yards. As you look at 27, Chuck Carswell, who had an interception earlier. Oh, what a great punt. Very high to the 31. Carswell will take it to the 38-yard line, and there's a timeout. 9:34 until halftime. Chuck Lynch. Longest one for him, 50 yards this evening. It's the first punt for them this half, although they're down by 14 points. Carswell with the fair catch, and he makes it at the 31.
Welcome to Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina, where the Orange Tiger Paw is the law, and where today the Clemson Tigers try to lay down the law against the NC State Wolfpack. A look at the ACC standings shows NC State at 3-0, Clemson with a win and a tie. And now, in a surprise move by Coach Ken Hatfield, the Clemson Tigers, about to touch Howard's Rock and its mystical powers, will don their purple uniforms for the first time since 1939. And there they go.
With the injury, so they went right at him. They went right at where Thomas was. They had Carl Reeves come in and replace him. Reeves is almost 100 pounds lighter than the guy he was going against.
That Clemson offensive line, a very heavy bunch. Adele George back to receive the punt from Chuck Lynch, his first punt of the afternoon. And he gets off a great one. Takes George back to the 27-yard line. And he's down to the 35. Lynch, a former walk-on, with a 50-yard punt, 8 yards on the return by George. Wade Simmons Chuck Lynch into punt now. 23 seconds remaining. He didn't punt until the second half of this ball game.
If he punts, I'd be shocked. I'm shocked.
I'm sure. And he hangs it up high. Bounces inside the 10, rolls down to the 3-yard line with 12 seconds to play.
Change of possession, stops the clock again. This game is over.
Tonight, football from the Atlantic Coast Conference. The Clemson Tigers, ranked number 15 in the nation, in town to take on the Tar Heels of North Carolina. Nope, we're not at the Dean Dome. It is football Carolina style. Folks, Chapel Hill's one of the prettiest college towns in the entire country, but I have to tell you tonight, it's just one of the ugliest. 38 degrees, the wind gusting 21 miles an hour. It is just raw and miserably, miserably cold. Hi, everybody.
Your punter again, Chuck Lynch. This is going to be a game of the punters.
Look at Blount. That's a great shot up tight, guys. You can see just how hard it is raining on those kids on the field. He runs away from it, and this one will die. Clemson will knock it dead at the 6-yard line. So let's take a break.
Do you think if I punt him inside the 20, I've got 2 timeouts. I use my timeouts and try to get the ball back one more time or try to block a punt.
This is a great coverage kick right here. Blount does a smart thing. He runs away from it. Then that touched the Clemson player and the Toyota Leadership Award. And tonight's winners are from Clemson University, Chuck Lynch, a graduate student. He earned his football scholarship as a walk-on, and he is involved in Clemson athletic program, which speaks to children around the community.
And Clemson getting set to go after him. And Chuck Lynch is on the punt for the first time this afternoon. Hobson, deep at his own 21, flattened at the 22.
From Williams-Brice Stadium in Columbia, South Carolina, our matchup on our XL ACC game.
Pretty rare company joined Mr. Hatfield in reaching that mark. We'll talk about that today. Better punt this time. Brooks from about the same spot, but he'll get a decent return. He got collared at the 33-yard line. Simmons down there on the special teams. 48-yard punt. Left side.
During the kick.
Yeah, right there. And got a piece of number 36 right.
ハントです。これまたフェアキャッチ、フェアキャッチのサインだけで、いいとこで止めまして、久保さん。
なってるんで戸惑いがあるみたいですね。
そうですね。
再三先ほど私言いますように、普段の試合よりクレムソンの選手の動きがものすごく重いですね。
フェアキャッチです。そしてボールはここで止まりました。これはナイスカットでした。
Live at the Citrus Bowl in Orlando, Florida, where we start a day of great college football on ABC. It's the champions of the ACC, the Clemson Tigers, against the California Golden Bears of the Pac-10. And the Clemson seniors voted for California. Scores on its first possession, and for Clemson, it is 3 downs and punt. Brian Triggs driven back to the 15-yard line. Running to the right, finds an alley and a hole, and Brian Triggs dances to the 48-yard line. The punter, Chuck Lynch, able to bring him down. A 33-yard return after a 51-yard punt.
Struggles early. It usually takes him a while to get going. See, he had a man open then. When you have a man open, you've got to get it to him.
Brian Triggs set to return this punt for California. Another beautiful punt. Remember, he had a spectacular return. He's almost punting too strong, isn't he? Cut back into the middle and a nice tackle.
And Deshane Cameron came into this ball game in the 70 of it, completing 70 of his last 115 passes. So he came in with a real hot streak. He's got to get hot.
Well, now it's the Clemson defense or the punt defense team searching for the big play. Under pressure, he did just get that one off to Triggs. Beautiful punt, though. California now dictating the game as Triggs finds an alley on the left. Triggs busts free. Brian Triggs returns.
It was a good punt. It should have been able to be covered. Some Clemson players were really not spurting to get in coverage, and then they overran the football. Didn't come to balance, as you see right there. Now there's a little block right there, and he goes ahead and takes them down the sideline.
Spectacular 72-yard return for a touchdown by Brian Triggs, as Chuck Lynch is back to punt again. He booms one to Mr. Triggs. From the 15 to the middle. Dives to the 26-yard line. Will be California ball. A 9-yard return off that 40-yard Lynch from normal. And sometimes you play 2 football games rather than 1. You don't want to lose that momentum that you had going in the first half. Triggs, who had a spectacular punt return. The 7th punt of the game by Chuck Lynch. Brian Triggs with 1 touchdown run in the first half. At the 36. Out of bounds at the 42-yard line. Ty Gibson defending that punt. A 6-yard return off a 40-yard punt.